Grab your books. We going back in. George Washington is known as one of the greatest presidents that the United States have ever had. We've idolized this man in plaques and statues and paintings all over the country. And why do we do this? Well, we do this because he was first in war, being the commander-in-chief. He was first at peace, being that he was selected by the delegates of the Constitutional Convention in 1787 to be its president. And he was first in the hearts of his countrymen, being that he was elected as the first president of the United States twice, unanimously by the Electoral College. And how was old Georgie able to pull this off? One of, if not the main reason, was when given the chance to have ultimate power, he gave it back, which gave him more power. Law number 8 of the 48 Laws of Power says, make other people come to you, use bait if necessary. When you force other people to act, you are the one in control. It is always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him in with fabulous gains, then attack. You hold the cards. Everybody knew that George Washington was a quiet person, and it wasn't because of just his teeth. He was a quiet, subdued person. He only spoke softly, and he only spoke when he needed to speak. And everybody knew that about him. And everybody knew that 25 years ago in 1754, that he was a part of the 7 Years' War, really the Battle of Jumonville Glen. I will tell you that he may have been one of the reasons why we had the 7 Years' War and how all this American Revolution stuff started. You gotta look it up. And because of all his heroics at Fort Necessity and the Battle of Jumonville Glen and the 7 Years' War, he was noted to be probably one of the best soldiers that we had in America. And what did he do? Well, not only did he refrain from being out in power, except being a delegate here and a representative there, when it came time for the Second Continental Congress to finally try to declare its freedom and independence against Great Britain, he wore his uniform to the convention every day. That's the part of the 48 Laws of Power where it says use bait if necessary. Now, again, there are reversals to all these laws, and even though he advertised himself to be the general, he still had to perform and win. And despite all the antics that everybody was doing, he won. And then what did he do? He gave up power. And this is when most people would win a battle or win a major battle and take over power and never give it back, a la Julius Caesar. So we won in 1783, and Washington went back home to chill until 1787 when they called him back. He took over as president of the Constitutional Convention, and he went home again until they called him back to become the first president of the United States. Then he said, all right, I'll do one term and then I'll go home. But then they wanted him to serve another 4 years. So he did. He left after 8 years and died 2 years later. Even when you include the 6 years where he wasn't in power, he was still giving out advice. George Washington held on to American power for 22 years, all by showing that he never wanted it. How do I know this for a fact without using the 48 Laws of Power, you may ask? It's known by a lot of scholars and historians that when George Washington was a young man, he copied all 110 laws of rules of civility and decent behavior in company and conversation. Pause to read rules 66, 67, and 68. I'll wait. What do you think? Damn, I'm good. God damn it.